Hi, this is Rainbow Harmony, here to help you find balance and peace to live a more colorful life. And this is episode 2 of Manifest with Me in March. Today, what we're going to talk about is manifesting during a retrograde. And as you guys can tell at the end of this, I'm going to do a pick a card reading for you guys. I would suggest that instead of fast forwarding to the pick a card reading, that you listen to this talk. It's just going to be a couple minutes because it has to do with the cards that I'm drawing for you guys. Just a suggestion. So we have Mercury retrograde from March 5th until the 28th this month. And some people ask me, is this really a good time to manifest? Is that going to mess up my manifestations? Well, usually every year around this time is Mercury retrograde. And I like to do Manifest with Me in March during Mercury retrograde. Oh my gosh, that's a tongue twister. Manifest with Me in March during Mercury retrograde. I like to do it during this time because Mercury retrograde actually does amplify and boost your manifestations. And here's why. Yes, Mercury retrograde affects communication. It can really screw up your travels. I actually, last Mercury retrograde, last time this year, actually, it was last Mercury retrograde, 6 months ago or something, I found myself stranded at an airport for 24 hours because something crazy had happened with my flight and my details and my visa, and it was just crazy. Of course, it was during Mercury retrograde. It can affect communication. Some people tend to fight a little bit during this time. Sometimes your ex reaches out or you reach out to your ex. You're right. You got to be like, hold me back. Just crazy stuff can happen during Mercury retrograde. It does affect communication a lot. But as the saying goes, anything with a re in front of it is good to do during Mercury retrograde. So revisit, replan, re-strategize, rethink, rejuvenate, rest. So, a good idea during Mercury retrograde is trying to manifest specific things that you tried to manifest in the past that hadn't come through yet. Trying to manifest things that you've always wanted to do or you've always wanted to have. Plans that you've had in your mind for a long time that you never followed through on. So it's a good time to follow through on things. Now, if it's something completely new that you've never thought of before, that you're trying to manifest during Mercury retrograde, I still think there's a chance for that. Go for it. But it's going to be especially potent to manifest things you've tried to manifest before, to like revisit, rethink, replan old things into your life. So that's something to keep in mind with Mercury retrograde. Also, this is something I've noticed about Mercury retrograde because I think I've been really studying this type of energy for a couple years now. What I always notice is that the 5 or 6 weeks or 8 weeks sometimes of Mercury retrograde is usually crazy and shit's hitting the fan and everything's upside down and everything appears to be going backwards or slowing down or falling apart. But after Mercury retrograde, once the energy starts to move forward again, there are so many blessings and like so many opportunities that come through and you get all these answers and things become settled and anything that's been hidden becomes revealed. So every time there's a Mercury retrograde, I always get excited, not for Mercury retrograde, but for what happens the 3 to 4 weeks after. So April and the beginning of May is going to be like a huge harvest period, like a really exciting time. It's also spring. No matter what side of the world you're on, it's still that kind of springtime energy. And even if it's cold where you're at or raining a lot, it's still spring. And so there's definitely going to be this feeling of things blooming and opportunities coming in your life. And so, yeah, maybe the next couple weeks is going to suck, but you can use this energy to manifest. And going through this process with me and coming to my channel every single day, I will also be here to boost you guys and just give you some good vibes during this time. The best thing I can say for you guys during Mercury retrograde is anything that happens, welcome it. Just be open to it. I guess my last story of a crazy Mercury retrograde thing, I'll go back to the airport story. Something happened with my visa, and I found out that I couldn't fly. I was literally about to get on a plane, and I found out that I couldn't fly. And I had spent like almost $1,000 on these tickets, and I found out I wasn't going to be able to get my money back. And I was at this airport. Thank goodness I had like other money and stuff saved up. Always save for a rainy day. But I was just at this airport all of a sudden, just completely like screwed over. But as I was sitting there, this guy like walks over to me and to my partner John, who was with me. And I noticed that he looks American because I was in Egypt at the time. And I don't know, I could just tell this guy was kind of a hippie. And so we started talking, we had all this stuff in common, and turns out he's kind of like a spiritual kind of channeler person. So he channeled some messages to me that were so beautiful and so uplifting, and I just felt like I really needed to hear that, and I hadn't had a connection with someone like that in a long time. And then, yeah, he went and got back on the plane, and if I never would have gotten stranded at the airport, and if I didn't have that, connection, I don't know what would have happened. Like, I just feel like everything aligned to help me meet that person. So something good actually came out of it. Then I actually ended up staying in Egypt for like 2 more weeks because I had to book another flight, and I was going to a specific place and I had to wait for my visa to get cleared. And then I needed to find the right flight because it was like I was going to India actually, and the flights there from Egypt are kind of crazy, and I didn't want to take a flight that was going to take me like 2 days to get there. So it was also during the monsoon season, so the weather was really bad, and flights kept getting canceled and stuff. So anyways, I ended up staying 2 more weeks in Egypt, and I got to hang out with one of my friends that I actually hadn't seen in a while, and I got to just have a really good time there and be around the energy there more, and I don't know, I just had a really good time. I actually have really good memories from when that happened. So blessing in disguise. It was really stressful, it was really awful, it was really scary, and it was such a Mercury retrograde thing, and I lost all this money, but the experiences I had because of it were priceless. So just learn how to flow with it. I've learned that a lot of crazy stuff like that is gonna happen, and you're gonna be in tears, and it's gonna be frustrating, but resistance makes stronger. So whatever you do, just throw up your hands, say Mercury retrograde, and just let it happen, and know that the universe is gonna bless your socks off after. I just told myself, you know what, universe, you better make this up to me. and it definitely did. I finally got to India. I got there at the perfect time. If we had actually gone a couple weeks before when we were supposed to, apparently the monsoon was so bad then that it probably would have been a really scary experience. Our flight could have gotten stranded. We could have been driving in those conditions. It would have been really difficult to go to the grocery store and to have found our way around. And right when we got there, it was like clear and the weather was clearing up, and everything did work out for the best. So whatever Mercury's gonna do to you, it's gonna mess up. You guys, I looked over at my deck and this card was just sitting there like that. What? It's gonna mess up your communications, but it will be for the best. By the way, if anyone's interested, I do readings during Mercury retrograde. It does not affect my ability to channel. You just might end up getting more advice about shadow work. It's easier for me to tap into the shadow during Mercury retrograde, which some people find really awesome. So I tend to have a lot of people hitting me up during Mercury retrograde because they're like, what the heck is happening? So I'm here for you guys if you need it. But just know, if something crazy happens the next couple weeks, you got a free pass to blame it on Mercury for about 6 weeks now, okay? But it will amplify your manifestations. So what is Mercury retrograde gonna help you manifest? That is the question here. Go ahead and choose number 1, number 2, or number 3, and we're going to get started. Ooh, so Mercury is gonna help you manifest some pentacles. If you choose number 1, the 4 of Pentacles, this is talking about material gain, stability, good news for your bank account. Also, balance within your home. If you've been wanting to redecorate, it's another Mercury retrograde thing, redecorate your house. If you just feel like the vibes in your home aren't working out, maybe you'll be able to manifest like a good deep spring cleaning. Maybe you'll get some new furniture, or paint the walls, or maybe some of you guys will relocate, will move. If that's something you've been planning to do for a while, it's actually good to follow through on that during Mercury retrograde. A lot of people say don't sign contracts during Mercury retrograde, but if you've had this planned for a while and you've been looking to move and then it comes through during Mercury retrograde, just go for it. You just dot your I's, cross your T's. If you're signing on a huge property, make sure you're not getting scammed, you have a lawyer involved, etc. Be prepared, there could be some bumps along the way, but it should work out. You just don't want to sign a new random contract. If you can put it off until the end of Mercury retrograde and wait just a couple weeks before you sign, great. If you can't, then just follow through. Maybe some of you guys already have a plan to move. You already have the date. Everything's already paid for. Great. I feel like that could be good for you. This is saying let go of some possessions. You're going to be able to manifest making room for new possessions. Maybe you're trying to manifest like I need some new shoes or new clothes or whatever. So purge your closet. This is saying that remember, wealth is just a concept. I also feel like you're going to be manifesting a feeling of wealth and a feeling of abundance within you. Remember, as within, so without. So I hope that this resonates with you. Thank you for coming to my channel, and I'll see you later. Peace out. What do we have next? Oh, the Four of Wands. So another four. Interesting. So what are you going to be manifesting during Mercury retrograde? There will be a completion to your labors, to some kind of project. For some of you guys, I do feel like this is a graduation. I know that graduation doesn't happen in March for a lot of people. It's usually around May. But I feel like you will find news that like your grades ended up really well, or you're making plans for graduation, you're getting your gown and your cap and like stuff like that. So that's kind of a message. Remember, this is a general reading. Parts of this may not resonate with everyone. I know everybody who's watching is not necessarily graduating. Some of you guys are. In general, you will be manifesting a harvest, a party, a celebration. So maybe you find out that somebody close to you is going to be getting married or is having like a baby shower, and you'll be able to celebrate that. Or maybe you're the one who's hosting it. Maybe it's actually you who is having something like this happen in your life. I do see engagements coming. So there is some kind of surprise coming for you. So your labors have been completed. Maybe it's a big project you've been working on for a while. You finish it, you get a big paycheck or something, or you finally land something. Maybe you invest in something. You finally have the means to invest in something. You finish a project, you finish a cycle, and everything is new. For some people, this is talking about manifesting love, a relationship. So beautiful. Now the next card, if you choose number 3, what is Mercury retrograde going to help you manifest? Another 4. Oh my gosh, you guys, 4, 4, 4. That is so weird. I did not plan that. So 4 of Swords. Some of you guys might roll your eyes at this, but Mercury retrograde is going to help you to manifest patience and stillness and peace. I feel like the next couple weeks you're going to be reading a lot of books, kind of pulling back, kind of going within. So this is talking about being in stillness without fear. So it's going to help you with your healing process, with your healing journey. There are no doubt going to be some things you've been asking for coming through in this time, physical, material manifestations that will help you to feel more at peace and feel more cared for, of course. But you're also going to manifest time to rest. So maybe you go on a little vacation, a spring break, or like a getaway or something like that. And so you're going to be able to manifest more peace and more rest time. So I hope that this resonates with you guys. 444. That's a pretty cool message. That's actually my number that I like to manifest with a lot. So I feel like that was a little message to me. I hope this resonates with you guys. Come back every single day to my channel. We're priming our energy until the new moon on March 6th, and then we'll be setting our intentions. So don't worry about setting intentions or really thinking about what you want to manifest right now. Just follow these messages every day. Maybe think about being ready for Mercury retrograde, getting anything in order you need to get in order, start any projects that need to be started, so you can follow through with this energy the next couple weeks. So I'll see you guys later. Peace out.